episode of Off the Script, number 162, part number 2, for your Saturday, March 25th, 2017! I got news on Ring of Honor. Is the story that Ryan Satin reporting that Ring of Honor is going to be bought out by WWE. Complete bullshit. Rampant speculation and huge controversy following Pro Wrestling Sheet's report of the buyout of Ring of Honor. We're going to discuss that right here today on Off the Script. Also, Rob Van Dam. Is he coming back to the WWE? Rumors of Mr. Monday Night returning to WWE. Also, Mauro Ranallo makes his first comments since his absence on Smackdown Live. Also, Alberto Del Rio releases his first statement since the Paige sex tape scandal. Also, AJ Styles is responding to fans that are upset about his match with Shane McMahon at WrestleMania 33. Also, news on the Hardys. Are Broken Matt and Brother Nero going to be at WrestleMania? And if they are, will their expedition of gold continue on Smackdown Live? All this, plus a Wrestle Crate UK unboxing, right here on Off the Script.
JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. Big Show and Ryback, Strowman and Roman. Get off my fucking TV and save me the misery. And all you fucking goons, just grab a cold beer. The man of the hour is finally here. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script. JD from New York, 206. It's time for Off the Script.
What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for tuning in to episode 162, part number 2 of the number 1 fucking podcast. Not only on iTunes, Podbean, Stitcher Radio, Audio Boom, and Google Play Music, but this is the number 1 fucking podcast in your subscription boxes, right here on YouTube.com. This is Off the Script, man. What an episode we had yesterday, man. I am a completely different human being, man. No tears, no sad stories. We're gonna get right into the fucking reason why we're here, man. Because this is the best fucking podcast anywhere to deliver WWE news and rumors throughout your week, man. I am JD. Thank you guys so much for supporting and coming out to show some love to part 1 of Off the Script this weekend for episode 162. If you guys missed that, it'll be right in the annotation that you guys see in the video that you are currently viewing. So make sure you guys go and check that out if you did not get it, thanks to YouTube's broken fucking sub boxes, as always. But those who did come out and watch it, man, thank you guys so much for supporting Off the Script. Yesterday we did a very, very heartfelt, genuine, I would say, opening. I wouldn't really call it a tribute, but it was just a respectful way to begin the podcast after the heartbreaking news that we had this week of Jim Ross losing his wife due to an accident that she had earlier this week coming home from the gym. It's a very, very sad situation, and I hope I get to meet Jim Ross. I was listening to his podcast today from earlier this week. He had an interview with Kevin Nash, and he is going to be at WrestleCon. I'm hoping to hopefully maybe get a picture with him and just tell him that I'm here for him, and he's a huge influence on me and what I do and where I want to go. So I did not know he was going to be at WrestleCon because I know he's always busy with WrestleMania weekend. He's got his one-man show that he does. So he's going to be there, and if you guys are going to be in and around WrestleCon, man, it's going to be a big deal. WrestleCon's going to have a bunch of your favorite pro wrestling superstars under one roof. Off the Script is going to be live at WrestleCon. At 11 a.m., we're going to be doing Off the Script. I believe it's going to be me and Joe doing WrestleMania preview and predictions for an hour right there at WrestleCon, man. So it's going to be fucking awesome. And I just found out today, Solomonster actually posted something on his Twitter. He's going to be in and around WrestleCon all weekend. And he's going to be doing interviews, and he's going to be conducting interviews that are going to be uploaded to the Fight TV app. That's a big fucking deal, man. Fight TV app. So if you guys are going to be in and around WrestleCon, man, I will be there on Friday morning at 11 a.m. to about 6 p.m. Come up and say hello. I'll be roaming around. It's going to really kickstart the weekend, man. So WrestleCon on WrestleMania weekend, I will be there with Joe, and we will be doing Off the Script. So if you're there, like I said, come up and say what's up to both of us. Also, I want to make this a priority this weekend, man, because they're such big supporters of the podcast. Everybody associated with Wrestle Rumble. Some of you actually tweeted me saying that you signed up multiple times for the WrestleMania Pick'em, and I'm glad that you did. I want someone to really be chosen, a listener of Off the Script, to win these amazing prizes that they are giving out. And let me pull up their webpage, man, because it's a lot to digest. I know I went over it yesterday in part one, but the prizes that they're giving away for WrestleMania, man, are fucking unbelievable. WrestleRumble.com is all the information you need, man. Go to the website, WrestleRumble.com, all right? It is a contest in which they're going to give you questions to answer. And the most questions that you get right and the most points that you accumulate at the end of the pay-per-view, you are going to win cash or tickets to some huge events that WWE is holding this summer. A single entry costs you $10. A triple entry costs you $20. So that's 3 times the amount you guys can get in there and try and win. But the prizes that you're going to get back for just entering this, $20 and $10, it doesn't seem like anything at all, man. Listen to this. First place is $500 cash and 2 SummerSlam tickets. Second place is $200 cash and 2 lower-level tickets to Money in the Bank. Third place, $200 cash and 2 lower-level tickets to Money in the Bank. All the tickets will be provided by Ticket King Online, man. So make sure you guys enter this fucking pool. It is absolutely amazing. Who doesn't want to go to Money in the Bank? It's always a great pay-per-view every single year. SummerSlam, can't say the same about SummerSlam last year. It was fucking awful. But SummerSlam is going to be in Brooklyn, right in my backyard, at the Barclays Center. Going to be a big time, man. Party in the summertime with WWE. 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th place will get $50. I'll take $50 cash, man. You're gonna ask me twice. That's a PS3 game or PS4 game right there. So, either way you look at it, man, from 1st to 10th place, you're going to win cash, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, SummerSlam tickets, and Money in the Bank tickets. Winners will be announced at the end of Smackdown Live, right after WrestleMania. So that first Smackdown Live, right after WrestleMania, the reset edition of Smackdown Live, you will be contacted via telephone or email. Winners will also be announced on their Facebook page, Twitter accounts, at Wrestle Rumble on Twitter, at Mania Pick'em on Twitter, and you can also follow them on Instagram at Wrestle Rumble. So make sure you guys take advantage of that. Matt and his team are big supporters of the podcast, and I gotta obviously show some love back, man. This is a great fucking thing that they're doing, and it's so much fun, man. If you know the product, then listen, WrestleMania is pretty predictable this year, man. You could easily win the prizes that they're giving out, but you gotta be in contention with a ton of beasts that are playing this thing. It's fun, man. Either way you look at it, at the end of the night, it's fucking fun. And what's $10 when you got first prize, $500 and 2 SummerSlam tickets, man? Imagine that. The fucking payout on that is unbelievable, man. It's better than going to a fucking casino. So, WrestleRumble.com. Make sure you guys go and enter their WrestleMania 2017 pick'em. Fuck WrestleMania 33 being the ultimate thrill ride. WrestleRumble.com is the ultimate thrill ride, motherfucker. Make sure you guys go and enter. Hopefully one of you guys who listens to Off the Script is the grand prize winner. There are 4 ways you guys can support this podcast, man. I gotta go over it. One of them is actually on my fucking body right now. This is the newest fucking t-shirt. Let me fucking stand up. I'm wearing my pajamas. You know, I don't even want to stand up. I got fucking South Park pajamas on while I'm fucking recording this podcast, man. This is the new Off the Script hit list t-shirt. All right? This was my newest concept because I seen J.D. Morgan wearing a shirt like this with the fucking characters of The Walking Dead on it. And I'm like, you know what? I can do that and put Charlotte and Stephanie McMahon. Look at this, man. You got Charlotte on here. You got JBL. You got Roman Reigns as always because he's fucking awful. This here is Byron Saxton. A lot of you guys were confused about this little fucking head right here. This is Byron Saxton. Byron Saxton is a 35-year-old, clean-cut, baby-face-looking goon. Okay, you look at the earlier pictures of Byron Saxton, he had this fucking clean-cut goatee here. So that's what we did with him. Couldn't really put him on the shirt without any distinguished looks. So I had my guy Connor say, you know what? This is the best way you got Byron Saxton. You want him on the shirt? That's what you got. I'm alright with that. Stephanie McMahon's on the fucking shirt. Because she's get off my TV material every fucking week. And then you got David Otunga on the shirt. Everybody that's X'd out is off my fucking TV. Dana Brooke, not really on TV. And I'm hoping this X through her fucking face really lands her off TV permanently. But we got Kane, who's not on TV anymore because he's actually running for mayor of Tennessee, I heard. So congratulations to Glenn Jacobs. We got Eva Marie. Hopefully that stays the way it is because I'm hearing rumors that she's going to be at WrestleMania. Big Show, he will be off my TV permanently come February 2018. And the big guy, Ryback Reeves, gone. But I wish Stephanie McMahon had an X through her. I wish Roman Reigns had an X through her. I wish all these people had an X through them. But we aren't that fortunate. But the shirt's fucking awesome. $19.99 on barbershopwindow.com/offthescript, man. If you guys want this or the 8 other designs there, Goon City, the Roman Reigns Get Off My T-shirt, the Eve Marie Get Off My T-shirt, the Dana Brooke Get Off My TV T-shirt, the Big Show Get Off My TV T-shirt. There's even one with Kane, Ryback, Braun Strowman when he was in the Wyatt family, by the way. And who else is on there? Ryback, Braun Strowman, Big Show, and Kane, all on one shirt. That's the classic Get Off My TV shirt. All that on there, man. $19.99. They ship worldwide. Great way to support the show is through barbershopwindow.com/offthescript. The JD's Negan design is still one of Barbershop Window's top sellers, and we are official partners with Barbershop Window. Love them guys over there, and they are sponsoring not only the fucking shop, but the podcast every single fucking week, man. Thank you guys so much for buying your shirts, whoever did buy shirts this week. Another way you can support the podcast, patreon.com. I am actually going to go over what we got with the Patreon, man. You guys are so fucking unbelievable that I gotta go over this, man. We are now at 213 patrons. Holy shit. You guys are absolutely fucking unbelievable. If my computer loads up, I'm gonna fucking issue out some shout-outs over here, bruh. We got some shout-outs coming. If it loads, I guess my computer doesn't want to load. We got Matthew Walls. We got Justin Simmerly. Justin pledged $1. Matthew pledged $3. Jonathan Cano. I don't know if he is the old baseball player for the Yankees, Jonathan Cano. I doubt it, but he pledged $1. Travis Hemish. If I pronounce your name wrong, guy, dude, I'm a fucking goon. He pledged $5. David F. I'm not even going to try your name, bro. You pledged $5. And this doesn't want to load. So those are the only shout-outs I'm going to get, because Patreon is obviously broken tonight. But listen, man, 213 fucking patrons. We had 59 fucking patrons in March alone, bro. 59 patrons in March alone. Those are just some of the people. I wish Patreon was working, but it's not loading. Those are just some of the people who pledged to Team JD, man. And you guys get off the script early every single fucking week. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. You guys are getting an exclusive Discord chat server where you guys can go in there and talk WWE. I was in there last night chatting with people, man. I'm going to try and make it a daily routine to try and be in there for a little bit to talk to you guys. But you guys got the Discord server exclusively, only for patrons only. If you guys want to join in on Team JD and talk with like-minded wrestling fans, it's there. You guys got off the script early and whatever else I do early. Special updates, shout-outs right now. So whatever you guys can afford, man. It could be as little as $1. You're going to get all that. But if you guys can afford more, obviously, it's always appreciated. And off the script, man, is on its way to the top. On its way to the top, man. The numbers on iTunes and Podbean are fucking awesome so far. Obviously, I don't have to speak for what it's doing on YouTube, but you guys are making this fucking unbelievable, man. So thank you guys, and thank you to all the 59 new patrons in March, man. Love each and every one of you guys. The other ways you guys can support the podcast is through Audible and Gamefly. Audible is offering you guys 30 days free to try their service out, with one free audiobook of your choice, man. Over 180,000 books to choose from. And right now, if I could pull that up, I want to give you guys the stats for that. Audible is a huge, they're probably the biggest fucking sponsor of this podcast, man. And right now, we are doing pretty well. Not as good as February, but I'm hoping you guys pick up the pace here, man. I would really love to see it. The current month right now, we got 51 people who signed up. On February's numbers, at the end of the month, we did 94. We got 7 days left to go. If we guys can get anywhere close to 90, that would be unbelievable, man. But Audible is offering you guys 30 days free to try the service. One free audiobook, over 180,000 books to choose from. Whatever you guys are feeling, whatever you guys have in mind, it is on Audible, man. Audiobooks. You can take it to the office, take it to work, take it to the fucking bathroom, play it while you're taking a shower, play it while you're at the gym, out strolling around the neighborhood, fucking your wife. It doesn't matter where you are, man. You can listen to an audiobook free just because you are watching Off the Script or listening to Off the Script. audibletrial.com/off the script. You guys can cash in on the new AJ Lee book, Crazy is My Superpower, out April 4th. Ryback Reeves has a fucking motivational book out right now, but who the fuck wants to listen to Ryback for motivation, man? Seriously. If you are, I would have to label you a fucking grade A goon. But it's on there, and if you want it, by all means, it's free. Daniel Bryan, you guys got a ton of wrestling books. A lot of you guys cashed in on Shawn Michaels and Daniel Bryan. That seems to be the hot two right now. The Death of WCW, Bob Holly, you name it, man, it's on there. audibletrial.com/off the script. Let's get those numbers up for March, man. I would greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate it. And if you guys end up canceling before the 30 days, you get to keep your audiobook compatible with iPhone and Android. Gamefly is doing the same fucking thing, man. 30 days to try out Gamefly. And that includes one free game of your choice or one free Blu-ray DVD. All you got to do is go through the sign-up process. Use my link, GameflyOffer.com/JD from NY. You guys want Zelda? You got it. You guys want Resident Evil? You got it. You guys want fucking Tom Clancy's Ghost Recon, the new one that's out? You got it. You guys want Outlast 2? You got it. No matter what you guys want, Horizon Zero, you got it. It'll be mailed to your house for free, and after the 30 days, you play it. Not a dime is going to be fucking spent on the game. You mail it right back after the 30 days, man. If you guys want to stay on, fantastic. But that's GameflyOffer.com JD from NY, man. Take advantage of those, man. 30 days free for Audible and Gamefly. Fucking sweet, sweet deals for everybody listening and watching off the script each and every single weekend. All the information you guys need linked down below in the description. I am going to go over the thing I wanted to go over first before we get into the WrestleCrate UK unboxing. I just want to make a mention of this, man. A lot of people were kind of confused about my logic with Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar. There were several people that didn't understand where I was coming from, and I thought I made myself perfectly clear. JD, why would you want Samoa Joe and Brock Lesnar in the main event of SummerSlam if both are heels? I didn't know that heels and faces existed in WWE anymore. They don't. It's on the lower end of the totem pole as far as importance goes. Heels are cheered, baby faces are booed. It doesn't make a difference. Why wouldn't you want to see Brock Lesnar and Samoa Joe in the main event? I mean, if you treat Samoa Joe the same way you've been treating him and you continue down that path, there's not going to be anybody that's not going to want to see that match. The reason why it would work, both could be heels. It doesn't fucking matter. The match itself is going to be a real investment from everybody. The fans are going to be invested. Joe is going to be invested in that because that's a match that I know, wants. Lesnar, that would be his stiffest competition to date on WWE. And you know Lesnar is always looking for a good fight. That would be a legit fucking showdown. That would be pure excitement for WWE fans. It doesn't matter if both are heels. The match itself is going to be a star-studded fucking unbelievable extravaganza for SummerSlam. People are going to pop just because of how legit the fuck it's going to have a big fight feel. People are going to be excited just at the fucking sight of these guys staring each other down. And with Joe beating Lesnar, not only do you cement Joe, who I think deserves it more than Roman Reigns, you cement Joe as a legit fucking destroyer. You're not going to label somebody a destroyer and you're going to have him lose. Not really what I want to see out of your destroyer on Monday Night Raw. If he beats Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship, not only does that make Samoa Joe the newest legit fucking badass in the world, but it also sets up Finn Balor and his run to the top again and getting what he rightfully deserves, and that is a WWE Universal Championship title fight. And I think that's the way to go, man. A long, drawn-out, well-built storyline with Joe winning it at SummerSlam by beating Brock Lesnar. You're creating a new star in the eyes of many. Lesnar can go on and take a little hiatus, come back right at the Royal Rumble, and build towards a program with somebody. Roman Reigns, whoever you guys want to put Brock Lesnar against. Doesn't really fucking matter to me. But Joe Lesnar at SummerSlam, it would work because it's a legit fucking fight. And just the sight of that and just the fucking in-ring action that you would get from both guys, it would be something that people would absolutely fucking crave. They would love every minute of that. So it really doesn't matter who's babyface or heel. You got to keep in mind what your end goal is going to be. What do you want your end goal to be? Samoa Joe beating Lesnar? There's so much good to come out of that, man. There's not really one negative to come out of that. And then the positive with Joe winning also is going to rub off on Finn Balor because you automatically got a fucking title fight and a title feud ready for WrestleMania when you want it. And you build and you build and you build. Obviously, none of this is going to happen, and I'm fucking blowing smoke out my ass because this is WWE. They don't operate under logic. They operate under Roman Reigns. How could we get Roman Reigns over? How could we get him over, Vince? You know? That's the way they operate. But the way I drew it out yesterday on Off the Script, and the way I'm drawing it out today for you guys, it works. So don't really pay attention to, well, it's not going to work because Lesnar's a heel and Samoa Joe is a heel. I don't consider Lesnar a heel. I consider Brock Lesnar. I mean, I don't consider Lesnar a babyface or a heel. Lesnar is a fucking beast who does what the fuck he wants. Who cares? I'm not going to boo Brock Lesnar. I'm not going to boo Samoa Joe. I'm going to sit there with fucking a bucket of popcorn and I'm going to watch these guys legit beat the fucking shit out of each other. If that doesn't get a pop, then you're doing something wrong, bro. Then you got no blood fucking flowing through your veins. That's a legit fucking fight that everybody would honestly, genuinely be interested in. So don't worry about babyface and heel when it comes to a Joe Lesnar dynamic. Don't. It's not even worth the fucking the struggle. It's not worth you wasting your breath, man. That ideology does not exist anymore. It doesn't. On some, it does, but the majority, it doesn't. I mean, just look at Dolph Ziggler's the latest case. He's the latest example. I mean, they did everything to turn this guy heel, and he still got cheered. I mean, you got to be out of your fucking mind. The guy kicked Jerry the King Lawler in the chest. He was blamed for Lawler's heart attack 4 years ago, and they wanted to turn him babyface. That was a great idea. That was a great segment. The King's Court on Smackdown. Ziggler attacked Jerry the King Lawler. And then from there, he attacked Kalisto and Apollo Crews in a heel-like tactic, in a heel-like maneuver, with a steel chair, and the crowd fucking cheered him. I mean, on what planet is a heel with a steel chair attacking two baby faces getting cheered? Now, more importantly, the thing that was alarming with that is Apollo Crews and Kalisto. Nobody gives a fuck about those guys. So, in the end, that's why they cheered Dolph Ziggler, because I don't give a fuck about Apollo Crews. I don't give a fuck about Kalisto. It's cool to see Dolph Ziggler, who we actually want to cheer for, in the right circumstance, beat up two guys that I legit don't give a shit about. But that's the latest example. That is the latest example. WWE doesn't operate under babyface and heel. And some old schoolers are going to, you know, raise their nose at that. And they're going to fucking voice their opinions about it, because that's not the way professional wrestling has been built. It hasn't been built like that. When I was watching it when I was a young child, it was always a villain and a hero. That's the premise of professional wrestling. That's the groundwork for a basic fucking feud. You have one villain and one hero. And the villain's going to get one over on the hero, and the hero in the end is always going to get his revenge, and he's always going to win the battle. It's like a fucking movie. But WWE doesn't operate under that anymore. I mean, look at Roman Reigns. He's the superhero, but he's hated by everybody. Roman Reigns is Superman, and fucking anybody else is... pick a fucking villain. Pick a fucking villain. Doesn't matter who the fuck it is, man. Doesn't matter who it is. The villain is supposed to be hated. Meanwhile, the villain is cheered. Roman is the fucking superhero, and he's fucking booed. Every single night. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Do not operate under the same ideology there. Well, Lesnar's a heel and Samoa Joe is a heel. No. I don't consider either of them heels. They're both fucking badasses who are going to roam around and do whatever the fuck they want. And I think that main event would work beautifully for SummerSlam. If it doesn't happen, I will be very disappointed. But WWE, looking like they're setting up Lesnar for the Universal title, they may very well go with Roman Reigns at SummerSlam. I have no fucking idea, but all I know is what I said yesterday. It's not going to work, and it's not the right plan of attack for SummerSlam 2017. So, Lesnar Joe is my main event right now. My main event. My perfect main event for SummerSlam 2017. We're about to do this unboxing, man. We're about to do this unboxing with we did Pro Wrestling Crate yesterday. Wrestle Crate. I'm sorry, bro. Wrestle Crate UK. Now, I want to say thank you to the fine people operating Wrestle Crate UK. They shipped me a box all the way from the United Kingdom. I reached out because I was genuinely concerned about the US team over at Wrestle Crate, because I know I was in communication with Ed often when things went down, and apparently they are operating under a new team. The old team is not handling the account anymore. I don't know what happened. I don't think we will ever know, but I was sponsored, quote unquote, by the U.S. side of things. And they sent me crates, and I would promote them, and they gave me a coupon code, and all of a sudden that stopped. I believe Ed fell ill. He couldn't do it anymore. The family operation wasn't able to handle all the duties of the U.S., the U.S. operation. And WrestleCrate UK actually reached out to me and were gracious enough, and I thanked them tremendously for sending me a crate. And for you guys today with this unboxing, I want you guys to visit WrestleCrate UK on Twitter at WrestleCrate UK. Number one, go follow them. Go follow them. All right. Very, very professional in the way they handled my concerns. So number one, right there. Go follow them at WrestleCrate UK. Number two, if you guys want information on WrestleCrate, WrestleCrate.co.uk. Once again, that's WrestleCrate, all one word, WrestleCrate.co.uk. That's the website. All right. They ship to Europe and New Zealand. Okay. If you guys are in Australia, they do ship from the UK to Australia. Okay. Now, the coupon code that I was given with the U.S. side of things does work. I'm going to save you guys money if you guys are in the U.K. and you guys want to check this out, okay? It is JD Sent Me. You're going to save 10% off your first month's subscription. That is JD Sent Me coupon code at checkout. So, again, I want to thank WrestleCrate for sending me a nice, beautiful box. This huge box that I don't know what the fuck is in it. We're going to unbox it right now. And we're going to have some fucking fun as always, man. Yesterday, we did a Pro Wrestling Crate unboxing. Make sure you guys go and check that out. ProWrestlingCrate.com. They are owned by Pro Wrestling Tees. Coupon code off the script for 20% off your first month subscription, man. Absolutely fucking beast. We're saving you money on everything right here on Off the Script. Here we go. I cut the tape. I don't know what's in it. Let's see. Let's see. Ooh. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh. Another Kevin Owens Funko, man. Now that's 3 I gotta give away. Holy shit. Kevin Owens Funko. I'll be giving this away whenever I get to the fucking post office. I got 2 Kevin Owens Funkos, man. So there you go. What do we got here? What do we got here, man? Another t-shirt. Another t-shirt. T-shirts come from Pro Wrestling Tees, by the way. What is this? Ooh. Let me fucking pull up my my camera so I can show you guys. Look at this, man. Pete Dunne. Pete Dunne, the Bruiserweight. That's a nice fucking shirt right there, bruh. That's a nice shirt. WrestleCrate UK right there. Worth the whole fucking price of admission. Being that it's gonna be summer soon, I will have no use for this until the winter time, but this here is, I don't know what the fuck this is. Who is this? Do we have a guide to what is in here? I don't know. Do they have a cheat sheet? Do we have a cheat sheet? I don't think we have a cheat sheet. I don't know what the fuck this is, man. What does this say? What is this? New Japan? What the fuck is that? What is this, man? I don't know. I'm confused as to what this is or what this says. I don't even have a cheat sheet in here. Another pin. Another pin. I don't know what this is either. A shocking debut. The Shockmaster. Look at that. The Shockmaster. Pin. There you go. What do we got here? We got a coaster of Dean Ambrose. I think I got one that's in black and white. Now I got one that's in red. There you go. Cold beverage. Nicely fucking nestled on my coaster. Could always use a nice coaster, man. Ring of Honor, Super Show of Honor. Whoa, 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 whoa. What is in here? Look at this. 3 DVDs. Holy shit. Super Show of Honor. 4 DVD set. There you go, man. Look at that. 4 DVD set. Show 1. Matches include Dalton Castle and Delirious versus Joey and Martin. Ring of Honor World Championship. Jay Lethal versus Noam Dar. Bunch of shit on here, man. War Machine versus Red Dragon. Kenny King versus El Ligero. Sorry, I'm a fucking asshole. Couldn't read it right. Lionheart versus Roderick Strong. 30-minute Iron Man match. Adam Cole versus Dave Mastiff. Bunch of stuff on here, man. Hooligans versus War Machine. Bubblegum versus Adam Cole. Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool. DVD. Super Card of Honor or Super Show of Honor from Ring of Honor. Calling spots. We got a Professional Wrestling Fans Magazine, issue 22. There you go. What is in here? Just a bunch of stories, pictures, and whatnot. Calling spots there. We got... What else we got here, man? We got a Billy Gunn autograph. And that's pretty much it. Billy Gunn autograph here, man. We got 2 words for you. And Billy Gunn signs that little postcard there, man, with the autograph there. Beautiful. I'll be seeing Billy Gunn with Justin LaBar at the Wing Shack on Sunday, WrestleMania Sunday, from I think it's from 1 to 4 or some shit like that. But exclusive for WrestleCrate. Billy Gunn artwork was commissioned exclusively for WrestleCrate and created by Early Tompkins. That's a nice photograph, man. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff there. WrestleCrate UK. Thank you guys so much, man. We got WrestleCrate.co.uk for the website. Coupon code JD sent me for 10% off. And if you guys want to go follow them on Twitter, at WrestleCrate UK. Thank you guys so much for everything. Let's get into the news, man. But before we do that, I want to make sure you guys check out House of Glory. If you guys want to support indie wrestling and support the promotion that I am the lead play-by-play commentary man for, House of Glory, man, HOGWrestling.net. Look at this teaser for their last show that I was a part of. With glory comes pride. And I'll see you guys right back here in a little bit for WWE news and rumors.
The Tank is no small man. Burgundy now off the ropes. Float over. Kicks to the chest. Burgundy! Look at that! Dragon Slayer here!
Before you guys watch the next part of Off the Script, I just want to let you guys know and make sure you are aware the volume difference between what you've seen before the House of Glory clip and after the House of Glory clip are completely different. I took a break after I did the first part after the unboxing. I went back and I hit record, and all of a sudden Windows actually changed the volume that I have on my microphone, and it raised it on its own. I don't know why Windows 10 or Windows in general changes the mic setting that I have for this show normally, and it changed it on its own. It changed my volume in the volume mixer on its own. So it might come out not as good as it usually does. I seen it post-edit. I wanted to make you guys aware before you even say anything in the comment section. So just be aware. Tone down your volumes just a little bit. It's going to be a little bit louder than I usually am. But fuck Windows and fuck Windows fucking up my podcast. That's all I got to say about that. So I just wanted to make you guys aware of what you're about to hear. It might be a little bit louder than normal. And I just want to apologize in advance. So I hope you guys still enjoy Off the Script, and I'll see you guys tomorrow for part 3. It seems like everywhere you go, there's always drama. With everybody, man. It doesn't matter who it is. There's always drama. With the YouTubers and the people who do podcasting and the YWC. And I see this shit all over my timeline today with PW Torch and Sean Radican of PW Torch. He's a columnist, and he's a writer for PW Torch. And then Ryan Satin of Pro Wrestling Sheet, who I actually like. You know, I'm not subscribed to PW Torch. I'm not familiar with their website, but there was some drama today, on Friday, between both of these guys. And Sean Radican tweeted out a picture of Ryan Satin and Pro Wrestling Sheet's report of Ring of Honor being bought out by WWE. He puts in and quotes the tweet, "This story is 100% false." As if it's an attack on Pro Wrestling Sheet. Then he goes on PW Torch and writes a column or a story on the entire situation. Earlier this week, Pro Wrestling Sheet reported that WWE and Sinclair Broadcasting, the parent company of Ring of Honor, have been discussing a buyout in secret meetings. Dave Meltzer followed up with the report on the negotiations in the Wrestling Observer this week. According to multiple sources with connections to WWE and Ring of Honor, PW Torch can confirm that nothing materialized from these negotiations and no deal is on the table for WWE to purchase Ring of Honor. Then Ryan Satin tweets out, "So you mean exactly what was said in our story? Maybe at Sean Radican just has trouble reading." So there was a bunch of drama going on with this Ring of Honor WWE story. So we come to the actual news article here that's been reported all day on Friday. WWE reportedly not buying Ring of Honor. Wrestling fans were up in arms when rumors broke out earlier this week of WWE attempting to purchase Ring of Honor and run the promotion on their network. None of that was even discussed in any article that reported this story. We wouldn't know, and we weren't sure if WWE was going to purchase Ring of Honor and put Ring of Honor on the network, or if they were just going to buy the tape library and buy the talent that they wanted and just close up the company. That was my thought behind this proposed rumor. The news was originally broken by Pro Wrestling Sheet and Ryan Satin and set off a firestorm of controversy and rampant speculation. Fans were understandably upset as they saw how poorly the relaunches of WCW and ECW went under the guidance of Vince McMahon in the past. Both brands were watered down and made to look inferior to the WWE product, and the experiments ended up being colossal flops. Ring of Honor has been around since 2002 and has grown quite the respectable fan base during that time. It's arguable that they are the number 2 promotion in the United States, which they are. No argument there, they are. And their profile has been increasing over the past few months due to the additions of Matt and Jeff Hardy for a little bit, and Bully Ray, and the positive buzz surrounding their 15th anniversary pay-per-view. That means the promotion essentially going out of business couldn't come at a worse time. However, according to Chuck Carroll with CBS Sports, there is no truth to the rumor. He revealed what he was told by a high-ranking Ring of Honor official. And I quote, simply stated, "There is no story here." With that one line, you can almost hear the sighs of relief from all the Ring of Honor faithful across the globe. However, it's a bit strange that these rumors still persist. There have been times in the past when the company nearly went out of business, but right now they're owned by a big media company in Sinclair Broadcasting and are continually expanding their syndicated show into new markets. However, COO Joe Koff keeps having the dispute with reports of an impending Ring of Honor sale, as he also revealed to Carol in early March about a deal with WWE. And I quote, this is from Joe Koff. No, 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 no. A lot of their current performers and stars are Ring of Honor guys, and we have their history. So maybe the content of the backstories of Kevin Steen before he became Kevin Owens, or AJ Styles' run in Ring of Honor, Tyler Black, a.k.a. Seth Rollins, Claudio Castagnoli, a.k.a. Cesaro, all of these guys who have wrestled for us have a history with Ring of Honor. We have their backstory and where it all began. That's our content. End quote. You can understand why WWE would want to own the Ring of Honor tape library. There are quite a few advantages to the purchase of the company. For starters, they can effectively shut down a competition, a competitor, take all of their talent, or the talent that they want from the promotion, and use footage from all their past stars whenever they want. While the production values of Ring of Honor would likely have increased under WWE funding, the brand would have lost its identity in the process. Some fans may have subscribed to the WWE Network to continue watching their favorite stars of Ring of Honor, but it's also likely many would have just abandoned ship and found a new promotion to follow. It would be interesting to see how Vince McMahon would have let Ring of Honor be run on the WWE Network. He's largely been hands-off with the NXT brand, so he may have let Hunter continue booking the company. Or it's still possible he'd want one of his current employees to steer the ship and treat the promotion as a training ground of sorts for future WWE writers and wrestlers. For now, we don't know what Vince had in mind for Ring of Honor, and for hundreds of thousands of wrestling fans out there, that's a very good thing. Hunter not meaning Hunter Hearst Helmsley or Triple H. Hunter Johnson. Hunter Johnson. He's the one booking the company right now, Ring of Honor. I said this on OTS Extra a couple of days ago. If WWE were to buy Ring of Honor, they would not put Ring of Honor on the WWE Network. There's no need. There's no need. Ring of Honor, quintessentially, is the same thing as NXT. Why are you going to have two brands that are pretty much identical to one another operating on the same network? You don't want Ring of Honor to take away from the ratings and the views that is NXT, and you wouldn't want NXT to have any competition with a like-minded, similar promotion on the same network. It doesn't make any fucking sense. WWE would buy Ring of Honor. They would obviously want the tape library, number one. Whatever talent that is there that they could have a use for, they would be picked out, cherry-picked here and there. And the rest of them would go to TNA or Lucha Underground or find work in Evolve or just go overseas to New Japan, being that New Japan has a working relationship with Ring of Honor. Whatever the case may be. WWE would not keep Ring of Honor open on the WWE Network. There is no financial gain in WWE to do such a thing. TV costs, production costs, hiring a completely new crew and paying them to do everything that needs to be done to run Ring of Honor. More dates out of the calendar that's got to be taken up when it could be used for a WWE booking or a show. Too much work. Too much work. WWE would close up shop. They would buy the tape library, take whoever they want, bring them into the Performance Center, because the Performance Center is the new breeding ground for the independent scene. That's what Triple H had in mind when he opened it, and that's what it's become. They would ultimately shut down the second biggest promotion in North America. There's no need for Ring of Honor. People go to Ring of Honor to learn the craft. People go to Ring of Honor to hone their skills. People go to Ring of Honor to work on what they need to in the ring, work on their promos, get a feel for what it is to be on pay-per-view in front of a camera with a widely known promotion, second best promotion, second biggest promotion in North America. Why would they need to go there? If NXT does all that plus some, NXT is getting you ready for WWE. That's what NXT is for. The production, the WWE way. They're teaching you the WWE way right into your career. Right out of the gate. There would be no use for Ring of Honor. Because whatever you learn in Ring of Honor anyway would be right out the window. They don't want people going over there, and they don't want the promotion be kept open if they're not going to use and utilize the promotion for what it is. It's an independent promotion that gets you known and recognized for WWE. Instead, they're going to take all those guys, put them in NXT, and get them ready for WWE right out of the gate. That's all it is. That's all that's going to happen. And you guys know that for a fact. Ring of Honor would be dead if WWE bought the promotion. It would be dead. Now, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know if they're downplaying the entire thing, being that Ryan Satin leaked this. That's a pretty big fucking story to leak. That's a pretty big fucking story to just throw out there if you have no information on it. I don't see Ryan Satin doing that at all. You know, Ryan Satin worked for TMZ. These guys know shit that nobody else knows, man. They uncover what needs to be covered, and they get it through any means necessary, man. They are fucking sly motherfuckers. And if Ryan Satin is reporting it, I don't think he's going to put his website, I don't think he's going to put his name, I don't think he's going to put his show out there without the backing of a credible source. He even told this Sean Radican, he told PW Torch, you know, for all you so-called fucking columnists and reporters, you know, don't listen to the first thing out of your source's mouth. Push your sources until you get the answer that you are looking for. It's exactly what he told PW Torch. That's a big fucking story with no information. He would not do that to himself. I am pretty sure of that. That goes for anybody. Why would you report something if you are a direct source for that type of information? Why would you report something and ruin your credibility? I mean, Ryan Satin has developed a reputation for himself for being a reputable source. He has his sources, and he knows how to get them. I don't think he would do that to himself and his brand. So it's either Ryan Satin's full of shit, which I doubt, or Ring of Honor is downplaying the entire thing because they don't want to instill fear and doubt in their roster until a deal is made. I don't know. I'm siding with Ryan Satin on this one. I don't think this is over by any means. I still think WWE is talking to Ring of Honor. I think there could be a potential deal. I'm not saying that it's definite. I'm not saying that it's going to happen. Deals fall apart in the last minute. When you're talking about money, of course things fall apart if both sides are not on the same page. But I gave the reasons of maybe Sinclair with the way they're letting guys go at a rapid fucking pace in bundles. They're letting guys walk in bunches. Maybe they don't want to fund the promotion anymore. Maybe they don't have the resources to do so. Maybe they just have lost a passion in pushing Ring of Honor. Maybe they are not gaining anything from funding Ring of Honor. There's no upside to funding Ring of Honor. They're not making any money. And if you're not making money on an investment, You're going to abandon ship and you're going to sell it to the next highest bidder so that you get something in return. It could be any one of those things. You know, I failed to mention on OTS Extra, when I did it on YouTube a couple days ago, I would not be surprised if WWE, because I know Ring of Honor has a working relationship with New Japan, somewhere deep in the fucking annals of WWE, somewhere in the fucked up mind that is WWE, and Vince McMahon and Triple H, you know, they're greedy and thirsty for fucking talent. They need to be. They need to be. Their shows and their future depend on it. But I would not be surprised if WWE is ready to buy Ring of Honor, is willing to buy Ring of Honor, with the motive of saying, fuck you to New Japan. Being that Ring of Honor and New Japan have a working relationship, New Japan is actually coming into the United States this summer. They're coming into the United States this summer on the West Coast. You know? Maybe they're looking to stick it to New Japan and say, you know what? Fuck you. We're buying Ring of Honor. We're taking all this talent, and you aren't going to be allowed to use anyone anymore. You know? Young Bucks, gone. Bullet Club, gone. Or whatever's remaining with New Japan. You know? But the Young Bucks, centerpieces of the Bullet Club, gone. You know? Whoever else is working over there in New Japan, that's under Ring of Honor contract, that swings both ways, gone. Wouldn't be surprised. That's the way WWE operates. That was the mentality that everybody thought when they entered the UK market. They were going to fuck over all these other independent promotions because they wanted a piece of that pie, because the UK scene is fucking on fire right now. I would not be surprised. But as far as the story goes, you know, the high-ranking WWE, or high-ranking rather, Ring of Honor official that reported to Chuck Carroll of CBS, of course he's going to say there's no story here. Why would he? Why would they reveal anything? The Young Bucks even came out on Twitter on Thursday and said, the Ring of Honor is not going anywhere. Ring of Honor is not being sold at all. Buy our t-shirts. That's the only thing that's being sold. You know? Or they mentioned something that they sell so many t-shirts that if Ring of Honor was for sale, they would buy it with all the t-shirt money that they accumulated over the years. Nobody is going to outwardly say that Ring of Honor is in negotiations with WWE for a buyout. That would do so much harm to your roster. You don't want the morale in the back to sink after a string of successful months. You don't want to do that. Nobody wants to work in that environment. Nobody wants to work with that big question mark looming over their head. That's terrible. So they're going to keep everything under wraps. They're going to come out being that Ryan Satin pretty much said, hey guys, something's going on. So now you got all these other guys for Ring of Honor and, you know, everybody else doing damage report or damage, damage control. It's probably happening. It's probably in discussion. And of course everybody's going to come out and say there's no story. But there's a possibility that it could not happen. You know, I'm not saying that these guys are wrong, but I'm going to lean towards Ryan Satin's side here. And I'm going to lean towards everybody downplaying this because it's so big of a fucking leak, so big of a story that they don't want to instill fear in anybody. Damage control was needed, so they all came out and said, this is bullshit, that's false, 100% false, we're not being sold, no story here. I'm going to take the side of Ryan Satin. I just think it's a big enough story, or too big of a story, where it would be foolish for him to report something like that everybody picked up on. Everybody in your fucking sister picked up on that shit. And him, if it's wrong, ruin his credibility. I just don't see it. I just don't see it. He was the first one to report that Jeff and Matt were in negotiations with WWE before anybody. And what happened? WWE just offered them a contract. There are rumors now that they're going to be at WrestleMania. So, clearly he has his sources. Clearly he has his sources. And I believe he has his sources with this one. That's my story. I'm sticking to that. Speaking of the Hardys, huge update on how the Hardy Boys can appear at WrestleMania 33. Earlier this week, it was rumored that WWE had officially offered new contracts to Matt and Jeff for a return to the company. There is no word if the brothers have accepted the offer. Come on, you know they did. But the rumors are flying that they could end up making a surprise return at WrestleMania 33 in a little over a week. While there are a number of obstacles in the way, here's how the Hardy Boys could show up at the biggest pay-per-view of WWE's calendar year. With WrestleMania 33 on the way, and everyone's saying it is a matter of when and not if the Hardy Boys will return to WWE, fans want to know if this mash-up is possible. WWE may be much smarter than anyone thinks, and it looks as if they have been sitting on the Hardys returning, and they've been setting up their return for weeks, and maybe even months. As the Hardys continue their expedition of gold, they are scheduled to defend the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships at Supercard of Honor on April 1st, when they face the Young Bucks in Lakeland, Florida, which is 45 minutes away from Orlando, for the Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships in a tag team ladder match. Whoever's going, enjoy yourself, man. That sounds like a great fucking time. They will be 45 minutes away from WrestleMania 33, which is being held the very next night in Orlando. It's already been revealed that Jeff Hardy told SE Scoops that their deals with Ring of Honor are short-term and could be up at the end of the month. In fact, they will be up at the end of the month. If the Hardy Boys end up dropping the titles to the Young Bucks on Saturday, it will only add fuel to the rumor fire. People are going to be all over that. All over that. Some may wonder what kind of last-minute match could be set up for the Hardys, but it may not be that far of a stretch. For weeks, many have wondered why there was not a Smackdown Tag Team title match on the card for WrestleMania 33. On Tuesday, the Usos defeated American Alpha to capture the belts, and they actually had the same question and felt as if they deserved a match at WrestleMania. On the episode of Talking Smack that followed the show this week, the Usos appeared and told General Manager Daniel Bryan that they deserve and should have a match at WrestleMania 33. While there are a number of tag teams who could oppose them on the card, it actually makes the perfect setup for the return of the Broken Hardys. According to Cage Side Seats, that is exactly the way WWE is setting things up, and it is rumored for next Sunday that it's possible the Hardys, broken or not, could show up at WrestleMania and answer an open challenge made by the Usos. This would not only mark their return, but also continue Matt and Jeff's expedition of gold. One of the things that could jumble up the entire plan is the legal battle with the Hardys and TNA Impact Wrestling. Or just Impact Wrestling now, being that they shed TNA. Hashtag fuck that owl. They are no longer under contract with the promotion, but Impact Wrestling is claiming that they own the copyright and trademarks for the broken gimmick. As Wrestling Inc. reports, TNA still wants a percentage of any deal the Hardys sign with any promotion if they use the broken gimmick. If WWE doesn't feel like going through any legal issues, they may have Matt and Jeff return under their old gimmicks and save Broken for later. The Hardy Boys have traveled the world on their expedition of gold and captured tag team championships from multiple wrestling promotions. After the Usos won the Smackdown tag team titles last week from American Alpha, or this week rather, they are now complaining about deserving an opponent for a match at WrestleMania 33. If all the legal hurdles have been overcome and contracts are signed, Orlando would be a great spot for Matt and Jeff's WWE return. Let me tell you something, man. I am not a fan of the Hardys coming in as the Hardys. I'm not. To some, that might excite people. But that is just a nostalgia act. And it will go nowhere. Now, the Hardys, to me, are more popular with the WWE than the Dudleys were. The Dudleys came in. I didn't think they were going to be a nostalgia act, man, because The work that Bully Ray did in TNA, paired now with Devon, I thought it was going to be, you know what? The Dudleys are back. They're going to spearhead this new tag team initiative in WWE. And that wasn't the case at all. I thought the tag team division was going to be built around the Dudleys and the Usos. Dudleys were transformed into a jobber tag team that did nothing. Nothing for that tag team division. WWE didn't set them up for anything. WWE didn't utilize them the way that they should have been utilized. I mean, if you have the Dudley Boys in your tag team division and you still are not treating the tag team division like it should be treated, there's a fucking problem. I don't want that to happen with the Hardys. I don't. So for me, who's been such a big fan of what Matt and Jeff have done with the broken gimmick, they need to come in. It ties into their Expedition of Gold. If you're going to revert them back to their old gimmick and continue to push them on the Expedition of Gold, it's not going to look right. It's not going to look right. Now, for the sake of the WWE audience, I believe at this point, most of the people know what Matt and Jeff are doing. I mean, you have to. You have to. And if you don't know what it is, you're gonna be on board with it anyway. The Hardys are not overrated. The Hardys are not old. The Hardys have resurrected their careers and have done something that many people in this industry do not do. That is battle back from serious personal issues, serious career altering issues, and they've resurrected their careers and, more importantly, their lives, their livelihoods. You know, it's very difficult to be different in anything that you do, man. It really is. I mean, Metallica, Slayer. Look at those bands. Two vastly different bands. Metallica, in the 80s, was the perfect. They were the perfect fucking band. Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and Justice for All. Then comes the Black Album. Now, I'm not going to tell you the Black Album is not a great album. The Black Album, to me, is fucking fantastic. I love the Black Album. The Hardys are the Black Album. That's the way I see them. What was your first thought when you listened to the Black Album? If you're a fan of heavy metal and a fan of Metallica. If you're a Metallica fan, what was your first thought after hearing And Justice for All and the anger that was on that record? What was your first thought when you listened to One and Dyer's Eve and Blackened, Harvester of Sorrow? What was your first thought when you... That's fucking amazing. Metallica's the best band on the planet. No bass. Jason Newsted was fucked over. But it was an amazing album. Then when you popped in the Black Album and you heard Enter Sandman, and then Sad But True, and then Holier Than Thou, and Wherever They May Roam, I love The God That Failed. My Friend of Misery. I love that combo. The God That Failed and I forgot the name of the song just after I said it. My Friend of Misery. You know? What was your first thought when you listened to the Black Album? It was like, what the fuck is this shit? This isn't Metallica. What happened to the thrash? What happened to the speed? What happened to the overall dynamic that made Metallica so special from album 1, 2, 3, and 4? Where did my Metallica go? This is too polished. This is sounding too good. They sound like an actual band that's radio friendly. It took you a while to understand what Metallica was doing. It took you a while to appreciate what Metallica did. Now, the way I look back at it, when I grew up, I did things ass backwards. I got into the game too late. My first Metallica album was the Black Album. My first Slayer album was Diabolus in Musica. And my first Sepultura album was Arise. Now, Arise is their best... Arise may be the best thrash album ever. Ever. Arise may be the best album, period, that I've ever heard. Slayer, obviously, it was years after what they did with Raining Blood. And we had Metallica with the Black Album. Clearly, 4 albums after the masterpieces that they gave us with Kill 'Em All, Ride the Lightning, Master of Puppets, and End Justice for All. Don't get me started on Megadeth. My first Megadeth album was, I believe... What the fuck was it? It wasn't Rust in Peace. It was... What the fuck was my... What was my first Megadeth album? Now that I'm thinking about it. My first Megadeth album. It wasn't Killing Is My Business. My first Megadeth album was Euthanasia. And from Euthanasia, I went to The World Needs a Hero. Fucked up, I know. It wasn't Rust in Peace. It wasn't So Far, So Good, So What. Peace sells, who's buying. Killing Is My Business, and Business is Good. Now, it wasn't any of those. I did things as backwards. I worked my way backwards. I kind of appreciated it, too. So, it all worked out in the end. But the point I'm trying to make is the Hardys are the Black Album. You look at Matt and Jeff right now. They are the Black Album. Not everybody is going to like it. But the more you see it, the more you appreciate it. The Black Album. At first listen, it was like, what the fuck? But the more you listen to it, and the more you hear it, and the more it gets instilled in your brain, the more you look at that cover and understand what the fucking album is, you appreciate it. Jeff and Matt are the Black Album. Not everyone in the WWE at first is going to appreciate if they come in with the broken gimmick. But there's no doubt in my mind that they will be mega over. Merchandise will be at the top of the fucking charts. Delete is going to be more popular than ever. You're going to have fucking little kids at school deleting people. Deleting their classmates. The merchandise that WWE is going to make off the Hardys. It's ridiculous. I would rather them come in broken. Fuck Impact Wrestling. They don't own shit. I'm no lawyer. I'm no Hardy boy. But I know they don't own shit. They come in with the broken gimmick. That's the way to go. If you go back to the Hardy Boys version 2.0 and the Enigma, I don't want to see that, dude. I don't. Nobody wants to see that. That's doing things backwards. And then all of a sudden they become broken again. How are you going to go from broken to regular to broken again? It doesn't play. It's not one consistent road. I don't like it. Hardy's coming in, their old WWE selves, nostalgia act. Hardy's coming in broken, fun, different, unique, and it plays on what they've already built. They've built an empire. They're going to construct a fucking kingdom in the WWE with that gimmick. Gotta come in as broken. Now, I know WWE doesn't want to go to court. TNA will not last 10 seconds in court with WWE. If WWE wants it, they will have it. At this point, they should have it, and it's worth it. Give them whatever the fuck they want. Buy the fucking trademark, and let these guys do what they gotta do. Because they're gonna make that money back for you fucking 1,000 times over. So, I hope you guys appreciated my analogy. And the fact that my first Megadeth album was fucking Euthanasia, which I really didn't enjoy, by the way. My favorite Megadeth album, actually, a lot of their recent stuff is fucking great. A lot of their recent stuff is fucking great, man. What was their last album was okay. Their last album was okay. It wasn't my favorite out of the recent ones, but Endgame is fucking brilliant. And Dystopia. That's a great fucking album, man. I love The World Needs a Hero. I thought that was a great fucking album. Obviously, they got their fucking, take a piss on the album. You know, it's so bad. Risk is bad. The System has failed. United Abominations. Cryptic Writings. You know. But it is what it is, man. I'm not like everybody else. So there you go. And Arise. If you guys don't know Arise, actually, it was either I know it. I had bought Arise and Chaos AD at the same time. I might have listened to Chaos AD first and then worked my way backwards, but clearly Arise is one of the greatest albums ever. Especially if you watch the live DVD with Sepultura live in Barcelona, Spain. Oh my God, dude. You will not find a better concert anywhere for your eyes to behold. Mark my words, bro. Google and YouTube Sepultura live in Barcelona. If you're a fan of the music, you will thank me later. Moving on here. What else do we got here, man? I got a bunch of shit. I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna cover. Yeah, let's talk about Rob Van Dam. Let's talk about Rob Van Dam, man. Rob Van Dam returning to the WWE. Not really all that enthused about RVD returning to WWE, but he finished up his last run with the WWE back in August of 2014. RVD is a former WWE champion and has won multiple titles for the promotion. Since leaving the company, he has been working for various independent promotions. Could Rob Van Dam be returning to the WWE in the near future? According to a recent tweet from him, that could be the case. Van Dam had started popping up in things for the WWE Network as of late. He was featured in the promo package for the recent Elimination Chamber pay-per-view. He also filmed an episode of Table for Three alongside Mick Foley and Raven. This indicates that RVD has maintained a good relationship with WWE since leaving, keeping the door open for a potential return. RVD was asked about a return to the company later on this summer, which he didn't confirm or deny. He says, "Nope, but it looks like I'll be coming in August." That's all he said. That's all he said. And another tweet was followed up that said, "with the WWE in August." And then RVD, very vague, more info soon. So there you go. RVD potentially, he could probably be at WrestleMania if they wanted in the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, but they'll probably be saving him for the summer, like they did last time he came back, you know. But I'm not all that enthused about RVD. He's older. He's losing a few steps here and there. I mean, I guess you could use him to put over new talent, but I don't see him having a big role on WWE television. He'll come in for a couple of months, 6 months, and put over young guys and give you a decent match on Smackdown or Raw, wherever they put him, and call it a day, you know. Certainly a future Hall of Famer, but not really something that I am interested in seeing on WWE television. AJ Styles responds to fans upset with his match against Shane McMahon. One of the matches that has been criticized the most for WrestleMania 33 is AJ Styles versus Shane McMahon. A lot of the fans want to see Styles face off against another incredible wrestler at the event, someone like Shinsuke Nakamura. So how does AJ feel about his upcoming match with Shane McMahon? Sounds like he is pretty damn excited for it. AJ was recently interviewed by the Gorilla Position podcast. Here's what he said when he was asked about fans disliking his WrestleMania 33 match, and I quote, "At least you're getting AJ Styles at WrestleMania. That is a good thing. Shane McMahon has been in the ring with some pretty high-profile performers like Kurt Angle, and that is a match that is stuck in my head forever. That performance," talking about Shane and Angle, "was unbelievable. Shane is exciting to watch. Not everyone has been in the ring with Shane McMahon. That is an opportunity that not many people will have, and I am great with that. I want to be a part of it. For those that think it won't be good, I love challenges, and so does Shane McMahon, so bring it on." And I keep telling you guys, don't sleep on the match. And some of you actually take offense to that, as if I'm telling you You know, something that you are not agreeing with. Most of you are agreeing with me that it's going to be a sleeper match. It's going to be a match that's going to be out there, and it's going to raise eyebrows, and it's going to be like, oh, you know what? That was a great fucking match. You're going to remember what these guys did at the end of the night. I am with everybody in the same boat. I'd rather have AJ versus a Nakamura, AJ versus an Angle, AJ versus Joe. Of course, I want AJ with any of those guys at WrestleMania. But WrestleMania isn't the way it should be this year. It hardly is any year. But this is AJ Styles we're talking about. Has AJ Styles delivered anything less than a 4-star match in his run with the WWE? No. AJ will go out there. Shane McMahon, more importantly, will go out there and try to take your breath away. Shane McMahon is going to look to top what he did at WrestleMania against The Undertaker inside Hell in a Cell. And now he's in the ring with AJ Styles, who many proclaim is the greatest wrestler on the planet right now. So much that Shawn Michaels said he wishes AJ was around 10 years ago. Because him and AJ would have had probably one of the greatest matches anywhere in the history of this business. AJ is going to go into WrestleMania. We're lucky he's with the company. We're lucky he's in a high-profile match at WrestleMania. Shane is a high-profile opponent. That's a spot people would fucking die to be in. AJ's got it. All I'm telling you guys is be patient. Nakamura and Styles is coming. If you think WWE, and I really don't trust them on many things, but they would be fucking the dumbest people ever if they didn't do this. Nakamura and Styles is coming. It has to. Nakamura ain't getting any younger. Styles ain't getting any younger. And that is a match that could headline any show on any card with any promotion. And they're both in the WWE. If you don't think Triple H is thinking about that for WrestleMania, you got another thing coming, man. AJ and Shane could be one of the best matches at the end of the night for WrestleMania 33. Mauro Ranallo. Why was he off SmackDown Live? Many people were blaming the weather. Many people were blaming him sick, or him being sick. Mauro posted finally on Twitter after being silent for 2 weeks. Something that you probably noticed over the past few weeks watching SmackDown Live was the absence of Mauro Ranallo. Tom Phillips told fans the first time that Mauro was absent was due to the snowstorm, Stella, that hit the East Coast. This past week, he said that Mauro was out sick. Now, everybody knows of the situation and that he's been out. Nobody knew exactly why he's been out. There have been rumors that he's suffering from bipolar disorder. Some rumors roaming around that he's suffering and battling depression. Mauro took to Twitter to thank fans for their support of him in this situation. He says, and I quote, "I am deeply touched by your tweets of support. My doctor wants me to stay off social media for now, but I wanted to thank you." Mauro Ranallo is suffering from depression, which he's battled all of his life. And you know it's bad if Ranallo is taken away. If this thing is taking him away from the one thing that he was put on this earth to do. Entertain us with his voice and call professional wrestling. You know it's bad if he's gone and he can't do the thing that he loves most in this world. He must be having a really, really difficult time. And kudos to WWE for letting him get better and giving him his privacy. Because I don't know what the fuck he's going through, man. I wouldn't wish that upon anybody. Mauro is going to get better. Mauro will be back. All the rumors that Mauro's getting fired and Mauro's being replaced by Tom Phillips and Mauro going to UFC to replace Mike Goldberg. Mauro's suffering from depression. His doctor wants him to stay off social media. A lot of people should stay off social media. Social media is fucking cancer. But we all do it. We're addicted to it. It's a great way to market yourself. But Mauro suffering from depression. I hope he gets better quick. I hope and wish him a speedy recovery, back to normal. And I can't wait to hear him back on Smackdown Live. Smackdown is not the same without Mauro Ranallo, and I know you guys feel the same way. Alberto Del Rio finally releases a statement about his fiancée since the entire sex tape scandal, and we are talking about Paige. One of the biggest stories in the wrestling world, even bigger than fucking WrestleMania, has been the alleged sex tape scandal, the leak over the past week where Paige was hacked, and a number of her explicit photos and videos were leaked to the internet last week. Paige confirmed the leak, saying that the photos and videos were shared without her consent. We reported prior, talked about it, when Paige's parents posted a very sad update, and I mentioned this on OTS Extra. Paige's mother and her father just were very, very concerned about the well-being of their daughter. And it's a very, very sad, pathetic, and serious situation. For the first time since the news broke, Paige's fiancé, Alberto El Patron, has spoken. He canceled his appearance at the upcoming WrestleCon, WrestleMania weekend, to be with Paige in this difficult time. All Del Rio said was this, and I quote, "Due to the invasion of our privacy, I need to be home with the person that needs me more at the moment and our family. Thank you for your support, and I will be seeing you next time." End quote. So Del Rio is removing himself from WrestleCon, which is understandable. He's going to be disappointing a few fans, but if they are fans of Del Rio, they will understand this situation. They will understand that he is going to be there for Paige, who's probably going through a very difficult time right now. And kudos to him for doing what is right. That's the right move. There will always be Del Rio. There will always be signings, autographs, WrestleCons. You know? What did we say yesterday? With the Jan Ross tribute and reading JR's blog. If you have someone in your life that you love, don't let them go. Hold on to them. Del Rio is doing that. Paige needs him. Their relationship might not be looked upon as right by some people, but he's going to be there for her. And you got to give him kudos for that, man. You know? Del Rio will be back. But in this time, when she needs all the support that she can get, he's going to be there for her. Can't blame him for that at all. Goldberg says WrestleMania will be a bloodfest. Much different from their previous matches. I hope so. Because if you're going on last at WrestleMania, it needs to be worthy of main event. Goldberg and Brock Lesnar will have their match, their third match, I should say, at WrestleMania in just over a week. The first match was bad, and the second one was over in less than 2 minutes. But Goldberg promises this encounter will be much different. This promise comes via let me rephrase that. This promise comes from the very first episode of the Edge and Christian Pod of Awesomeness. Edge and Christian's new podcast, where they interviewed the big man, Bill Goldberg. Of the upcoming match, Goldberg says it will be a bloodfest. Whether that's literal or not remains to be seen. But he suggested that he and Lesnar weren't allowed to do much in their previous encounters at Survivor Series and the Royal Rumble. Their next encounter will go beyond those constraints. It's WrestleMania. You pretty much have to. The first few moments happened the way that they did to gain interest in the blow-off and the build on fans' nostalgia for Goldberg's character. He also said that in his run, he's been physically draining due to travel, training, as well as balancing work and family. Goldberg attributes his trip during the segment with Rusev to excessive training. There are rumors now circulating that Goldberg's contract could extend past WrestleMania, which makes the details of his match against Lesnar far more interesting. This might not even be the fucking main event at the end of the night. I'm hearing rumors that Roman Reigns and The Undertaker are going to close WrestleMania, which we will discuss tomorrow on Off the Script. But I hope it's a bloodfest. I think the grounds for this feud call for it. Especially if it's a blow-off. Especially if it's the title. The Universal title. Especially if it's in the main event. Or you're billing it as the main event. Match can't go 2 minutes, bro. We need to see physicality. We need to see two men that ultimately hate each other. Storyline. Going out there and beating the living shit out of one another. I'm not here for no fucking 30-second match, man. I want to see 10 minutes of fucking hell. And I want to see Brock Lesnar walk out the new Universal Champion. I think that's pretty much it, man. I honestly think that's pretty much it. There honestly hasn't been a lot of news for WrestleMania. There hasn't been a lot of news for WrestleMania. And I don't understand it. I really don't get it. TakeOver. TakeOver's card. Orlando. New match was added. Aleister Black versus Andrade Cien Almas. DIY versus The Revival and the Authors of Pain. Triple Threat Elimination Tag Team match. Ember Moon versus Asuka. Shinsuke Nakamura versus Bobby Roode. That last match is particularly interesting as it will be the official debut of Aleister Black, UK talent formerly known as Tommy End. He recently wrestled on WWE's UK tournament with Neville on day 2, but this will be his first appearance under the Aleister Black ring name. He came out during the UK tournament under the name of Tommy End. Nakamura versus Bobby Roode. I'm interested to see how that turns out. If Nakamura loses, more than likely headed to the main roster. You know, speculation's been going crazy that he might be drafted to Monday Night Raw. AJ Styles been rumored to go to Monday Night Raw. Roman Reigns been rumored to go to Smackdown. But we don't know yet. I'm hearing rumors now that Nakamura's main roster call-up may be held off. Triple H promoted a poster for the UK and the Download Festival that did not include Nakamura. Came out this week and said that Nakamura will be there. I don't know. Nobody knows what's going on. But there's only 4 matches right now. 4 matches for TakeOver. You could have another 2. You know another one's going to be added. I don't know what they got up their sleeves, but I expect huge surprises for NXT TakeOver Orlando. I wonder if WWE's actually going to give us a peek. A sneak peek as to what's to come following TakeOver, man. They got to set up something. Gonna be interesting, but that's all the news, man. That is all the news I got. I got stories for tomorrow, but I don't want to dip into the fucking bag. I got to save something for tomorrow. You know? That's pretty much it, man. That is pretty much it. And that is off the script. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think down below. Hit that thumbs up. Patreon.com/JD from NY206. audibletrial.com/offthescript, gameflyoffer.com/JD from NY, barbershopwindow.com/offthescript, and WrestleCrate.co.uk for your WrestleCrate information, man. Thank you guys so much. I am JD. Hit that thumbs up, and I will see you guys right back here on Sunday with more Off the Script. Until then, take care. Enjoy your Saturdays. Have a cold beverage for me. And I'll see you guys on Sunday morning right here at 11 a.m. Talk to you later.